Hello Kashif, hello Ahmad. Thank you for having us at BRIM Burgers. We would just like to have a casual conversation around what BRIM is, what is your idea behind it, and where do you see it in the future. So Ahmad, why did you start with burgers? What was the idea behind it? Out of all the food out there, why burgers?
The idea for burgers was that back in London, we have three different businesses. We have a chicken business, which look after all the chicken aspect of the business. We have a wings and tenders establishment, and we have a fish and chip shop as well. So we had a restaurant next door. Due to COVID, there was changes in the market, and we had to look at business altogether differently. And then me and my brother Jawad, we were like, what should we do next door? Because the main brand we want to push is the chicken brand. And we can't put wings next to chicken, it's too much of a clash. And then we decided, burgers. Everyone eats burgers, why don't we do burgers? The chicken is that type of food that people eat maybe three times a week or once a day even. So for us it was something to put something next door. And we said, we've never done burgers, or it was doing pizzas. And I've always been, unless I was into the Italian chef or something like that, so for us, burgers was a no-brainer.
It was a natural part.
Oh, of course. Exactly.
Yeah, and Kashif, why did you bring it to Lahore?
First of all, Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum
Welcome to
salam.
Pakistan.
Thank
It was never meant to be.
No, it was.
It's a funny story.
Uh-huh.
It was COVID. My kids used to study in the UK. COVID hit, and we came back, moved everybody back to Pakistan. So 3 years later, post-COVID, we go to the UK and we are in Soho. The boys are shopping and we're relaxing on Sunday. My Ahmed's Lockers Park is the school he used to go to over there. Ahmad's son and Ahmed used to be classmates. That's how
Right.
Ahmad and I
Yeah,
became
Turab and
friends.
Ahmed were good friends.
Okay, so your sons brought you together.
And we hit it off, man. The first time we met, and
Yeah.
it was amazing. It was not a materialistic friendship. He never wanted anything from me.
I never asked Kashif about what they do for a living. Kashif obviously knew, because we are in many different aspects of businesses, but it was never a conversation, what do you do, what not, and it was a very natural relationship.
He doesn't know that in Pakistan I'm about to open my own restaurant, which is a burger joint, which has already been decided. The burgers have been decided. The menu's been decided. So for me, I was excited that I'm actually getting to see a finished product that there's a burger joint which I can actually take inspirations from to mine. So I go in the Jawad Bhai is there, our little brother, and first time I'm meeting him, Ahmad and I are close. So we hit it off as well. He's the chef, I'm the chef, so we get that connection. We're standing in the kitchen 5 minutes later, cooking up some stuff. Amazing. So we sort of talked about, he's like not interested in going to Pakistan.
Okay.
But if it was you, that's a different story. So that just stuck in my head.
You've seen it yourself. When you come into BRIM, you see the black and white, you see the branding, you see the stripes on the floor. The first initial, anyone that's seen BRIM first time, they're like, wow, we love the brand. And there's someone who loves food, as Kashif does and Jawad does. Then they've got talking, and then they're like on the griddle, this, that, and then Kashif tried the burger.
Making sausage, doing all that
and then that was a Tuesday. Friday, I get a call. I was working in one of the shops at the time, so I missed his call. Called him Saturday, and I still remember the conversation. Maybe when Kashif came in, then maybe in my mind, even when Kashif goes to me, Ahmad, ever thought about bringing this to Pakistan? I was like, you know what, we have offers, and I don't want to mention people on air or anything like that.
Agreed.
But we've had a few offers, but I think Kashif, we are very busy. Number one, in UK, and we have a lot of interest around, and we're pushing 3-4 brands.
Yeah.
We go under the label of fast food bros.
Right.
And you'll start seeing more of that around as well. And I think, Kashif, you know what, I would never go Pakistan.
You had never been to Pakistan?
No, I spent time in Pakistan.
But
I think it's my thing was that I'm a person that has to be comfortable with who you work, number one.
100%, same here.
And number two,
I've never partnered with anybody in my life.
this is my
Neither
first.
has he.
This is my first partnership
Imagine.
with anyone. And
I
the
call
Friday was
him.
you.
He doesn't pick up. He calls me back. I said, you know what? So, what are you thinking? Are you ready for Pakistan? Do you want to? Let's do it. Let's bring it to Pakistan. He says, Kashif bhai, master franchise आपको दी, कोई पैसा नहीं चाहिए. I'm like, master franchise नहीं चाहिए भाई, Omid भाई, आप मेरे साथ partner बनेंगे. कहते हैं, why Kashif bhai? You know, you can run it over there. I said, no brother, I can be a great chef, but you will teach me this business. We will do it together. We will learn it together. I will tell you about the local dynamics. I'll take your expertise and guidance and Jawad bhai's. And honest to God, sitting today, Omid, I can tell you that had I opened up that outlet of mine on my own, I would have failed. Because there's so much to it which I never could have imagined. You know, I can confidently say that, you know, bringing an international halal burger chain into Pakistan with their expertise, their guidance, them being on board, them coming over and working in the kitchen when we opened our first outlet for 2 weeks for 16 hours. Who does that? So every single opening of our store, we're now on our third store, inshallah, a few more coming as you've been told. And these guys come over every time. They're in the kitchen,
amazing.
you know, they're sitting over there. They're standing right in the front with me and, you know, doing everything. He manages, you know, the entire operation and I manage the kitchen. So we're a great combination. Jawad bhai and I are cooks, are into cooking. So we handle different stations. We supervise, we shadow people, we push people.
They're the technical part of the business, which.
So we make such a good combination
well and
as a
easy.
team.
Together completely by nature.
100%.
Alhamdulillah.
By God.
Alhamdulillah.
By God.
There's no denying that.
And just like that, you know, in this journey, wherever I was stuck, because I didn't know what a restaurant was all about, I knew how to cook. So every single time I would go to my wife and say, you know what, at the end of the night, I'm like, man, how will I do this? This is amazing for me. Next morning, remember, every time, next morning there would be a guy who walks in who is meant to do that for me. That's how our journey has been. Alhamdulillah, God has been very kind with, you know, gracing us with the best of locations. We don't compromise on locations. Whenever we wanted,
We've not compromised on anything.
100%.
We've not compromised on anything, and for us, we are very serious about, in general life, we're serious about whatever we do. We don't leave nothing that comes and bites us tomorrow.
Sleeping at night, brother. Remember in the beginning, we were sleeping at like 6 in the morning. We would work in the kitchen, go back home, get there at 2, from 2 to 6 or 7. There were nights we didn't sleep, I swear to God. And we would go straight back to work. But what we were doing was, you know, we were making a strategy. We were understanding the business. We were understanding the local dynamics. And we just kept at it.
It translates into your business eventually. You know, BRIM has such a name now. It is
thank you very much.
so very famous with the crowd in Lahore. I want to talk about how you constructed the menu and what is the one special thing that is your favorite on the menu, both of yours.
In regards to the menu, like when we made the menu initially the first time, so obviously we Jawad himself and we hired a team. You know, there was I think 6 of us on this initial journey in regards to menu, branding. You know, the branding agency and the consultants we brought in, they spent, I believe, 10 days with us. Like our father, who is our inspiration.
Oh yes.
And you missed him.
The head chef.
You missed him. He would have been fantastic.
You just left
You
last
missed him.
night.
He left last night.
I would have loved him.
Oh, you would have loved him.
The big boss.
And he, you know, we spent a lot of time with him. And when this consultancy came in and the people came in, they interviewed him. They spent, with me individually, they spent a lot of time with Jawad. And then we decided that the brand with our personality and what the market needs. So for us, it was, for me, and I think Kashif is very similar with me on this conversation, is simplicity was the key.
I think the first thing that we did, I said, I have a condition if we get into this partnership. You remember when I tell you this. I said, we need to localize all of our products. They said, listen man, it's a UK-based chain. We're using the best of the best products. How are you going to do that? I said, I'm going to make it. No problem. Don't worry about it. It's already done. You know, 80% of everything was done. The sauces were special. Took me some time to sit down and understand them and make them. their meat was the best. Honest to God, I mean, the beef that they use, the Angus beef burgers that they serve over there, they go to the farm. Jawad is as crazy as I am. He went to the farm, he looked at the cows, he understood what is the best combination to make for the burger. We sat down here, he's like, how are you going to do it? We don't have good meat in Pakistan. I said, it's already taken care of. I'm already serving it to my children. So what we did was, long time back, we started playing around or experimenting with Australian cows. Because Pakistani meat has no marbleization in it. It has no texture to it. It has no flavor to it. So my kids, when they moved back from the UK, never really ate all this food. So one day, I started this experimentation. So my own burger chain that I was going to be doing was going to be Australian chain. But with them on board, the meat was pretty much done. Just the combination was the factor which Jawad came in and made even better. We use 7 different parts of the cow now to make, one burger patty,
Oh, yes.
So it's very special, it's very juicy. Honestly, hats off to Jawad for that combination. I was on 4, he made it 7. So honestly, I still have video. Remember when you made the burgers? And we had to actually, rethink the entire idea because it was so juicy. It was amazing, alhamdulillah. So God's been kind. So the sauces are made in-house, the marination is made in-house, the coatings are made in-house. The meat today is actually, we are raising the cows ourselves. We are slaughtering the cows ourselves. We are mincing the cows ourselves. So it's an in-house, backward integrated restaurant, alhamdulillah, already. And we're in a very good position. So that's why we're able to supply the best quality of beef. As well as chicken. Our chicken is buttermilk brined, so once you bite into it, it's so buttery that you don't really get a bite to it.
Yeah. So, all about the menu, all amazing things about the food. I would just want to ask you guys, what is the correct order for you to have your meal? It's been such a big debate that, you were supposed to have your fries first and then you have your burger
You
first.
can ask how I have it, and you can ask him how we have it.
I can tell you how my customers have it.
Okay.
For me, what I always tell my people, everybody, Team BRIM, is that, your journey of an experience of a customer starts, we are actually a self-serve restaurant. We don't serve food to the customers on the table. So they get a buzzer. Once the food is ready, it buzzes and they collect the food and go. So every single time, what I notice is once the food is ready over there and they come to collect it, they hand over the buzzer, they pick up that first fry and they eat it. So the journey, if that experience right there is bad for them, their entire journey is bad for them. They will never like the food.
The fries are
So for me,
Fries are so important.
so for me, I've seen every single customer, most of the customers picking up that fry and eating it and
That's
smiling.
when it starts.
So for me, that's where it starts. So for me, the fries are so important. Today, we are actually procuring the potatoes ourselves. This breed of potato is not available in Pakistan. Okay, so the crispiness of it, the mashed potato-y feeling inside, it's a perfect combination for a customer to have.
Yeah.
And then our herb and garlic fries. We've got so many different combinations in it.
I
We've
love
got
your loaded fries.
Yeah.
I think they're the best.
Commando
loaded
or
fries.
Dynamite, or you have the one with chicken or beef? Which one do you have?
Beef.
Oh, so you have the BRIM
Yes.
Burgers.
I hear you.
The
I
BRIM
know.
Burger
How
box.
they are to
I know.
die
Oh,
for.
nice.
Yes. And how do you have your meal?
Generally, it's all the same. Customers will nibble on the fries. But generally, my thing is that you have the burger, open the burger, and then if you got the fries in the box, onto the foil, open the dip, bite into the burger. I'm so hungry right now.
Same, you're talking about it, and I'm already deciding which burger I'm going to eat tonight.
I'm actually going for the BRIM loaded box.
Smash through for me today.
So it's just that experience, and on social media, there's quite a few videos of me eating the burger, because generally whenever we've opened a new fast food store or a new store, I'm the first one to try the burger.
Even on all 3 outlets that we open, Jawad and I make the first burger and we hand it to him. We're trying to see his facial expressions to see.
I'm very fussy. You know, these
I
guys,
love that about him.
these
You know,
guys-
he's our biggest
He
critic.
knows what he wants.
These guys are the guys in the kitchen who's making it, and I think you know, next time you know when Jawaz here in end of January for the next opening, and we'll get him down with you guys, and he'll say, you know, Ahmad is just the hardest person to work with. You know, he's never happy, but I think that's why together we are here today.
Alhamdulillah.
You know,
Alhamdulillah.
but these guys are fantastic. As I said to you, a couple of chips dipped, that burger in the mouth. I normally have the Chipotle Wild West dip. Dip my chips into.
I'm a brim sauce person.
There you go. And you know what? And so for me, that's probably the perfect combination.
So we the idea behind this entire, you know, the philosophy behind our restaurant is that, you know, we have a burger for everybody. You know, you might not enjoy what you ate the first time because that's not the combination that you wanted to eat. Eat the burger the way you want to eat the burger. That's our philosophy. You know, we've got so many different combinations. We've got a burger with mushrooms in it called the smash room. We've got a bacon barbecue onion ring burger, which is a barbecue rasher. We have a BRIM burger, which is a classic, no vegetables. That's my kind of, like, mostly what I eat is no vegetables, sauce, cheese, patty. Add on caramelized onion sometimes, add on jalapeno sometimes. So we've got so many combinations that we've got people literally coming in because we're right in the front. We see people starting right at the first one and then going down the menu. Sometimes they write their way through and say, okay, this is my burger. Sometimes they never go beyond the first one. Sometimes they stop at the third one.
And also, so what we tend to do is, we have a campaign sometimes. We ask a lot of customers, build your own burger.
That's always fun.
We have
you know,
that.
and you know,
build your own
you know what?
burger.
You know, sometimes when we're working with Kashif and I'm working with Jawad, and Jawad's like, wow, look who's having this burger. I've got to try this. And I'm like, you know what? I really like the sound of that. So sometimes, you know, you'd be very surprised what sort of combination people come with and what they eat.
I
So-
just made one 3 days ago. It was the most amazing combination. While making it, it made me hungry. I made the same thing again. I ate it.
What was it? What was the combination?
It was chili jam. It was onion ring. It was lettuce, which I didn't put in there. I'm not a lettuce person. Then he had signature sauce. He had BRIM sauce. He had mushrooms in it. He had grilled onions in it. He had caramelized onions in it.
Nice combination.
It was this big.
I'm sure he loved it. I'm sure. So tell us about BRIM in Pakistan. How do you see it expanding? How has the feedback been? How are the customers? I'm sure loving it. How do you plan on expanding?
So the second condition I placed on these guys on getting into this partnership was that do not talk about opening a second outlet for 6 months. I'm going to learn this business. I'm going to understand this business. His father called me 2 days after opening. Beta, 6 months, आराम से बैठ के काम करना है, and then you do it.
And your dad.
And my dad. And my dad. Yes.
And
all of us.
obviously, their dad was the same. When I would speak to him, he said to me, Ahmad, आराम से काम सीखें.
Patience.
Market को समझें.
Yeah.
And of course, and they, you know what, they
With
have-
experience, we respect that, of
they're
course.
correct.
But what we saw happening, and because we're right in the front, we're talking to customers, we're a different kind of a company. We don't shy away from, approaching a customer and talking to him while he's being served the food because we're understanding what they want. We love customers. We love people. And 21st day, I sat both the boys down. I said, when are we opening the second one? He said, Kashif bhai, he said, okay.
Okay.
From what I've understood, my fear of the unknown was that, how will the Pakistani market take the food? Alhamdulillah. Because I have served over 300 burgers to my friends before opening of BRIM. Okay, and this is the one that I used to make. So I was confident about the product, but giving it to somebody who's paid for it was a new experience for me. So I got more and more confidence on seeing how people were behaving, how they were eating, and how they were enjoying it and coming over. I mean, we got so many lovely customers coming in. We were full to the brim. We had like 100 customers standing on the first one.
Yeah.
We're going nuts. I'm about to faint. I swear to God. Jawad is in the hospital. Okay, he's already in the hospital. This man is going nuts. And we're like, man, what have we gotten ourselves into? This gentleman walks in, he stands right over there on top of the stairs and he starts clapping. Imagine that feeling where you are and what something like that does for you. So time and time again,
Amazing.
we've had these, amazing people come in and appreciate us for working hard towards,
And
giving
great-
them a
and great-
good experience. So
actually,
thank
right.
you everybody for that. I swear it's like the best feeling you can ever imagine.
Great encouragement.
Definitely.
And you know what? And I'm a big believer you have to be valued. Every human wants appreciation.
Needs appreciation, of course. Agreed.
And we're very happy that we are feeding people and they appreciate it.
So we opened our second one 2 months after the first one in Raya Commercial. We just opened our third one in Phase 4. Our next one is coming up on the 1st of February, hopefully, in Johor Town. Our next one after that is the 1st of April in Lake City. So we've got a calendar already in place. Then it's Islamabad. We're opening 3 over there. We've already acquired the first
people are
location.
eating in Islamabad first.
That's why we're going there.
Yeah.
All these guys come in and they're like, when are you coming to Islamabad?
Yeah.
And we're coming.
No, BRIM came in with a bang and it's so loved. I tell you that with my personal experience.
No, we
It's
really
so
Obviously,
good
obviously
outside.
you're the other side, so it's
Yes.
good to hear from you.
Yes, most
No.
definitely. So what is that one message that you would give to the foodies of Lahore?
Should I start?
Yeah, you can go.
So for me, whenever someone is hired at BRIM, he's always told that the number one important thing for me is hygiene and safety. But the food that I make in BRIM Pakistan is being made for the customers, but think as if this food is being made for my mother, father, your brother, sisters, your children. If you can serve the food to them, is the same food that you can serve to the customers. I think maybe that's why Allah Ta'ala has been kind,
Yeah,
that
we
there
don't-
is
we don't
no
compromise
there's no
on that.
compromise on quality. My sons eat there on a
It's
daily
sure,
basis.
yeah.
Honest to
Yeah.
God, it's all about that. It's more about passion than about a business. So that's my message to everybody.
My message is that we're working very hard in the background, from staff employment to all the small things that are not seen. My dad calls it hidden work.
The micromanagement.
It is. It certainly is. And we'll keep going. We will, as we go on, where we can enhance the menu, we will try as well. And we're going to keep current. This is the start of what we're doing.
Yeah.
And we just want to make sure that the customers are happy. And for us, the satisfaction of customers being happy is everything. I think that's where it starts and that's where it ends.
And honestly, I would love to thank God and the people of Lahore, and inshallah the people of Pakistan, because we're getting in
Inshallah.
people coming in from Karachi, we're getting people coming in from Faisalabad. We have people coming in from Sialkot packing our food and taking it to Faisalabad
Oh
and
my
Sialkot
God.
and Gujranwala.
Yeah.
And love you guys and get your BRIM on.
100%.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Kashif. Thank you, Omid, for giving us
Pleasure.
your precious time.